I think it's 1 billion people have digital ID. It's been taken up on a voluntary basis in huge numbers, not least because it means that you can access your own money, make payments so much more easily than is available with others. So I think now we need to go out and make that case of the huge benefits that this will bring. There needs to be a national debate about it, and I think that the more people see the benefits that come with this, the more, as it's happened in other countries, people say that will make my life easier, and therefore I want to get on with it.
Another place that India leads, but there's a lot more that all of you can be involved in driving forward, is this digital public infrastructure. No country is more able to take government benefits and get them out efficiently and effectively to their citizens than India. You would have expected rich countries or others to do that, but in fact, they did not. And so that basic structure that starts with identity and bank accounts and payments is just foundational. And as part of this visit, I'm now seeing how that foundation is being built out in agriculture with profiles of farmers to understand what they need and give them advice. Built out with health records so that we can help people not only with infectious diseases, but the challenge that's coming in the future with the growth of the non-communicable diseases being a huge thing. And that digital public infrastructure will help us with these climate problems. I was in Odisha yesterday, and what they showed is that they've registered the farmers and registered what type of crops they grow and what land they own. They literally have a control center. When you walk in, you think, wow, this is agriculture, but you've got a command center and maps and people doing queries and sending out messages. And so that all starts, with an Aadhaar identity, listing those farmers, getting the information, making sure it's up to date.
Apostles and elders of great millstone that rule and teach well, peace and salutation, say the brothers and the four corners of the earth, pushing this word in truth also in sincerity, but the one that's exactly at another short video. So here we have them saying that, the big thing out in there currently is the usage of the digital ID system, the digital banking system, so on and so forth, and the benefits. Even in the first video this year, we could show the rest of the world that, hey, how easy it making life, how usable it is, this, that, the other. Another so-called form of convenience in other words. Right, and this man just reiterating it, especially in the video, but more towards the data how to pay. Not this is storage, but the data control aspect, right? So here I type in what India does export the most, right? It says India's top export is refined petroleum products like diesel and gasoline. Other major exports include engineering goods, machinery and auto parts, pharmaceutical, generic drugs, gems and jewelry, and electronic equipment. India is also a leading global exporter of agricultural products like rice and spices. The breakdown of India's largest commodity export sectors by value. The first one is mineral, fuels and petroleum, electrical and electronic equipment. And hey, we don't know the world moving more towards electronic devices, even electronic cars, right? It's in machinery and nuclear reactors, pharmaceuticals, gems and jewelry, right? Guys, just, the major exports in a nutshell, right? This is Revelation 13, 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the beast, to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor. And we know in India there is no middle class. They're just rich and poor, right? And he caused all, both small, great, rich, poor, free, bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? So now, when you think back to the commodities that I just read on, right? Everything. India exports, and the reason I do exports is because how they want to portray to the rest of the world how India is using the digital ID system, digital banking system. Right, that's why I use it as exports. Right, what they give to the rest of the world because they want the rest of the world to take the example of how India incorporating the digital, the two main infrastructures aside from the MOTB thus far into the everyday life, they integrate it into the society. Right? Now they're exporting goods, right? And they're using digital banking or digital system. How you think you're going to have to pay them? I mean the answer's supposed to pop in the head already. Digitally. Right? You can go there with cash, with a check, you know? The payment would become so strictly digital, strictly money transfer, strictly electronic, right? At least until they start to adhere to they start to roll out the MOTB over there. Because this digital banking and digital system, all it is a precursor or infrastructure for the MOTB to be put in place to basically, how to put it, tie everything together in one. Yeah, I don't put it like that. That is all it is, right? And we've seen the videos on social media about India marketplaces, the street side food, this, that, the other. That is because they don't have any middle class. It's rich, rich, super rich, poor, super poor. They have no middle ground with them. You understand? There is none. And the ones the rich adhere to the MOTB. What do you think they're going to do with the poor? If the poor go have a say no, they have to take it away. Well, they thought they had a chance to fight back, or they thought they had a say, a vote, a count, something. No, you don't. And it's the reality of the situation, right? So the same way India started, they started or already accepted and adhering to the digital, society or the digital runnings of a society. The rest of the world is expected and will follow. Because we're importing goods from them, they're going to want their payment digitally. They're going to want their things. They're going to want things that correlate with their current system. They ain't going to paper money or no check or nothing like that. Right? Them done away with dollars and cents and so on. Right? They want the things on our system. Strictly bank transfer for now. Right? And as I said before, they just the start. It's just the tip of the iceberg. We have seen nothing yet. Weeks to come. Can't say months a year, weeks to come. You know what I mean? In weeks to come. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Right, so yeah, I hope it was edifying. No put spark of the thought among the Akia. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem, Yoshai Bashem, Gakadash. Until next time, inshallah.